Let's take a look at this magazine pouch, which is specifically designed to fit the AUG magazines, the G36 magazines, and AK magazines. These are slightly bigger than regular AR-15 magazine pouches, so they will also fit bigger magazines such as the M14 or SCAR H magazines and similar. That would be for the fitment. We will also put them in, but first let's take a look at this one so you can easily see it. Actually, let's take the green one. That will probably give us enough contrast to see all the different features. First, we will take a look at the front. Here you can see that you can actually put a pistol magazine pouch, one of them, in the middle of it, and you can basically have like a, on top of it if you need extra space. So you have space for that. Molly space. On the back, we see that we have two straps, so this will fit on two columns or rows of mollies, just like a typical magazine. You can actually fit several of them next to each other. We have this pull tab on the top for extra, safety. You can put it over it, and it will keep the magazine in. Now on the side, we have elastic fabric that will provide retention for the magazine, so even if you don't use the pull tab, it will not fall out, especially AUG magazines. They are lightweight. There is no chance that they will fall out, quote unquote. There is always this one scenario where that could happen, but generally the retention is plenty. You can also adjust the retention with this cord right here. It's long enough to, undo it completely for like extra long magazines. You just pull it out. Make some space for the pull tab, like so. And now we have the pull tab longer, so you can adjust it for, oops, cut myself in the finger recently. So you can adjust it to the correct size. Now let's start putting some mags in so you get the idea of how they fit inside. So here we have the AK magazine. Not gonna fall out even though it's basically completely loose. I can put the pull tab over it and it will keep it there securely. So that would be an AK magazine. We can also put the AUG magazine inside. Now obviously I would have to adjust the length again by pulling on this and getting the slack off the magazine. There we go, kinda did it quickly, but you get the point. Of course, if you don't need this length, you can also just, tie it together, cut it, up to you, depends. That would be AUG magazine. If I really try, you can get it out, but it wasn't really that tight. I was not using the pull tab. If it's on your gear, it's not gonna come loose. Now, when we wanna put a bigger magazine with these tabs right here, like the G36, we can adjust it to make it bigger, so we don't have issues putting it on there. Stretch it apart, and now we'll be able to put the mag in relatively easily, even though we have these tabs on the side. And there we go. Now it's in there, and now you choose how much retention you want on it. Basically just pull it so it's tight but not too tight. Do this before the game so you don't have to change all your gear. These pull tabs, you can choose to remove them. You basically just undo all the strings, you take it off, and you put it back in. Now the pull tab will not be there. If you are having issues with it getting stuck on these connection points for a different magazine, like another magazine, you can lock them together. You could also consider removing them completely from the magazines. Some people do that. I don't think it's a bad idea because I generally never used to, lock two magazines together. Up to you. And now, once you are done, the G36 magazine will fit easily inside, albeit sometimes the connection points can get a little stuck, but it is the correct size, it's the correct retention, even though it's very loose. If it's on your gear, it's not going anywhere. So yeah, there we have it. G36 magazines. Now you saw it, it can actually get stuck on these. So consider removing this for the G36s. Now, if you are wondering about the measurements of the magazine pouch, some people ask us for the measurements. So here we go. This is the height. which you can see. This is the general width of it. And if we try to open it up, this is what you can expect. And obviously it is elastic, so a little bit more than that. On the inside, we also see that there is this rubberized surface which provides extra retention, and it's sewn in there, so it's not going anywhere. All right, there we have it. That's the magazine pouch for the AUG, G36 and AKs, and more depending on the size.